guess what? We hit the stores, and I was gripping my bag like it was the most coveted trophy in a shopping challenge. But our little troublemaker was still unsatisfied since the sizes for Mike were as rare as unicorns, so he had to pick a few outfits for him. But Mike took one look and was like, nope. After all that, he picked the cheapest item. That night, he asked Mike, have you ever thought about living here for the long haul? Trouble learned from the teacher Mike's emergency contact was their family, making him chuckle. And Mike's academic record? Let's just say he was at the bottom, except for one test that landed him in the top 2% statewide. That happened to be awareness, and at that moment, Trouble had no idea Mike was a powerhouse in a certain sport. The next day, Trouble went all out setting up Mike's room like it was the future champion's crib. Mike stood there utterly stunned, as if he had just stepped into an entirely unreal scene. This was simply surreal. It hit him quickly. He was floored by this epic setup. Subtitles: a boy, abandoned by foster families for years, never had his own bed. Trouble felt deeply moved. Mike looked all awkward, but deep down, he was like a poet. He heard Trouble choking back tears and thought about checking him, but decided to let her have her moment. Meanwhile, at school, a lady teacher picked up on something different about Mike. His poetry was a blank slate, but there was a little boat doodled on the and guess who was in that boat? Mike himself. She asked, you getting what I'm putting down here? How could you be so sure? He didn't talk much. He scribbled his name. I hardly ever write anything at all. Just toss that page into the trash. All I can see is a blank page. And there are so many white folks. The teachers have no idea what I'm even thinking. Don't want to hear anyone chatter at me. Especially the teachers. They gave me chores like I'm ready for gourmet kitchen. Newsflash, I'm not. I went to the bathroom, glanced out the window, and thought, this isn't even my house. They call it White House prejudice is like a wall, but love and understanding are the sun that breaks through. Lady teacher was like Mike's morning sunshine, staying after school to guide him patiently, and slowly, Mike started open. His grades climbed like a rocket, and soon other teachers wanted in on the action too, hopping on the kindness train. Set aside biases to help Mike regain confidence. That night, the family dined out and learned Sean owned 85 restaurants. Mike wasn't surprised. Instead, he thought, what a waste, how can we eat all this leftover food? Think about it, the leftovers taste just as awful. No thank you, I'm not setting up shop. Looks like they can hand him a portion. You should take a look. Mike's kindness was quietly molding his brother, and because of the good heart, he was making some major decisions. As they prepped to head home, Mike spotted a familiar figure, rushed over, and embraced his sibling tightly. On the way home, Trouble couldn't help but ask, who was that kid you just hugged? Mike replied, he is my brother, and we truly want to meet up with him. Are you okay? Where on earth has he been? Mike's eyes sparkled with hope. Despite years apart, he recognized his brother instantly. He craved family, and compared to his brother, he was downright lucky to be staying with Trouble's family. Mike focused on studies, made huge progress, and got a school team invite. But the minute he stepped in, he was lost with the rules and couldn't make heads or tails of the coach orders. The subtitles show the players looked as if they were completely going bonkers, but this guy seemed like he had absolutely zero fire for the competition. But everyone believed he'd be a player one day. His brother seriously said, don't let us down, let's go have some fun. Everyone was rooting for him to shine in the game. He really didn't want to disappoint. As time flew by, their brotherly bond deepened, and Mike blended in with Trouble's family. However, a particular party, friends freely made fun of Mike, claiming that he resembled King Kong and could eat a restaurant out of business in just one meal. Trouble just chuckled at that, but the snobby ladies cranked the teasing up to 11. Trouble had indeed changed Mike's life, but she didn't really consider her daughter's feelings. So she asked her daughter, is it weird living under the same roof as Mike? Subtitles. Her daughter, however, had her own opinion. She simply wanted to be a good friend by Mike's side. But it felt like a bit nervous after all. Making friends takes time, even with Mike. He is hoping that she can adjust gradually. He'll surely become an excellent friend. Working together and growing together is the most wonderful journey, after all. During this time, Mike said to Trouble, "I want to get a driver's license." Trouble looked puzzled and asked, "You don't even have a car. Why do you need a license?"